So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their course.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
44, Mike, 44.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. 6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. And that's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
On the ready. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Let's put that team on the clock. Check it backer, check it backer.
Greystone travel.
44, Mike, 44.
5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And his pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ready,
here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
3 bud.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's Isabella open on the right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
You ain't doing nothing. That's a good one.
Now lock again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5 now. Lock. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Brings up second and 8 at the 3-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll run on second down with Blue. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That's pulled in at the 32. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Silver. SOS. Hey. 44. Mike. 44.
Lock now on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the edge.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's our time.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's get it.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. No. Off.
What?
Slam. Watch twist.
Ready?
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come out here in the eye. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Check 43. Alert 3.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
6-6, pull it high.
Don't let it breathe. Play outside the deep. Don't let it breathe, defense.
Undercrunch. Watch out.
Shoot.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Lock now on 3rd and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Any day. 43 is a must. Get him. 43 is a mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
2nd and 4. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Be alert, be alert.
Mike, 45. Watch the screen.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
General West.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check three. Check three. Check three. 44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check, check. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Protein spill.
Check 25. Check 25.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Go.
44 is the mic. 44.
Head up.
On second down, here's Locke. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
I know it's hard to see inside the face mask of the defender right now, but I'm willing to guess that there's a nice little grin on his face because to make that type of a play downfield, you wonder if you're going to be able to make it. You know that if you don't make it, it's a big play that you're giving up. But when you do bat the ball away and you come back and you embrace your teammates, that's a lot of momentum you're bringing back to the huddle. Now you feel like they can't complete anything when they don't hit deep shots.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
180.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, it's Blue. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's see what you got.
They go again with Blue. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37th. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Blue hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. He'll field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second and 11 now. Foles, and he fires one incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but now it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. First down, and they go right back to Blue. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
First down, Jacksonville.
Now Foles. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, Blue. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
54. Go.
Foles on the handoff, going to give it to Blue. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Check, 43.
I got him.
Third down, it's Armstead. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raquel Armstead with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Now! Hey, Zoo! Zoo!
On play action, Lock. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Lock now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40.
On first down, Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
Matchbox lights.
Now Lock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing now is Lock. Throw left side complete to Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Football's the Mike. Mike's football. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. 44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Hey, tank. 44, Mike, 44.
Watch the slip.
They'll go for it. It's Lock. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fan. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Locke going to throw. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down.
You ready?
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It's been a long day for you.
Locke now on 1st down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here's Freeman, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Watch the shift.
They'll try and run for it. Option left. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And the option play working flawlessly right there. What'd you think of the call?
Love the call. That's really football 101 to me. 2-point conversion, run quarterback option. That means he can either keep it himself or pitch it to a trailing back. That usually opens things up for an offense.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try and run again with blue. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the
Alpha.
45 to Mike.
Foles. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Logan Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now in desperation, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Blue. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. This is the running back, Blue. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Foles. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running right, this is Freeman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Your trick is here, baby. Your trick is here.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Spoke-Bo's the Mike. Mike Spoke-Bo. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They fake the handoff, now Lock. Sanders. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Jaguars, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss.